I want the life.
The life, my motherfucking life. It's like I live in black and white, and that's how it be.
How did you meet Rob? Like, how did y'all hook up?
It's a very long story, but basically, I started pursuing my music career when I was like 16. I made a MySpace music page, and once I made that MySpace music page, MySpace is memories, okay?
Right.
But once I made that page, I was determined to use that page to just network to the fullest and meet everybody I could. And through networking on MySpace, I met. It's a very long story. I don't even remember, it was so long ago. But I met Rob, Drama, and Drama's brother Big Cat, who's also our co-star on our show. And I became friends with all them. And like it's funny because I became friends with Big Cat first, and he lived across the street from me, which we found out through MySpace. And I was like, "What? Like you're my neighbor? Like let's take it."
Right.
So I became friends with them, and then I met Rob. And at the time, I was already pursuing my music. I was already rapping, and I was doing these little shows where you would get these shows on Craigslist or something, and you have to sell your tickets to perform. It wasn't like doing shows now where I get paid to perform. I had to literally go out and hustle tickets on the street and be like, come see me live, you know? And so I was doing these shows, and I had asked Rob after I met him, I was like, hey, will you come to my show tonight? Like, I'm performing. It was in like Long Beach or something. And I'm like, yo, like, it would be so tight if you come. I was like, it'd make me look really good. Like, you know, you're my famous homie. And Rob was always so busy. I would invite him all the time, and he was always so busy. And one day he was like, you know, he's like, man, I wish I could come. He's like, I'm so busy, but I was actually wondering if you want to be on an episode of my new show. And I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, what do you want me to do? And he's like, he gave me the breakdown. Basically, they needed like a receptionist to greet like Carl's Jr. people coming, and they were like, we're doing a viral video. Maybe you could rap in the viral video. And I was like, hell yeah! If I get to rap on TV, that'll be sick. Like that's good for my music. So I go to film the first episode, and basically after filming that first episode, that's kind of how I got into the Rob Dyrdek family.
Okay, where is Big? I hadn't seen him in
Big
forever.
lives in Texas.
Are you serious?
Yes, Big lives in Dallas. When we were filming Fantasy Factory, that's actually why he wasn't on the first 2 seasons of Fantasy Factory, because he during Rob and Big he had a baby, and then he moved to Texas, and he had his like whole life going on, and then Rob, I felt like he wanted to bring Big back on to be part of the family because it just wasn't right without him. You know, we were missing him, and so then when we brought Big back on the show, it was crazy because he literally would fly out to film. So he'd be flying out every week to film here in LA, flying home to be with his baby every weekend. And that was a lot.
That's too much.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. But so that's where Big is now. He's in Texas. He's in Dallas.
So how was growing up with a DJ prepared you for rapping?
My dad's from New York, and I would always visit my dad like every summer because my mom's a single mom out here in LA. So as soon as summer vacation hit, my mom's like, okay, time to go visit dad.
Yeah, exactly.
So
what do you say when you decided to become a rapper? What do you say?
Well, it's so crazy because like my dad, I feel like it was like a natural thing. Like my dad's like from New York, he's from Brooklyn. Like he grew up in like the hip hop lifestyle, you know. So my dad knows so many people who rap and do music, and for him, he was like all about it, you know. Like, my mom, I think, was more. My mom's like. It's funny that my mom and dad actually hooked up. My mom's more of like a rock chick. My dad's more like hip hop, like soulful. And my mom, I think when I started rapping was just like, where'd this come from? Like, she was like, she must have got it from her daddy because I listen to rock all the time. You know, my mom's like, she grew up listening to Metallica with me. Where's she start rapping?
We heard you were signed with Young Money. And then, but during my research, I got like conflicting stories. So are you signed with Young Money? What's going on with that?
I am definitely, I would like to say I'm definitely still part of the Young Money family. There's just been like a lot of stuff that's happened between Young Money, Cash Money, and like the whole label side of things.
Yeah, it's been all in the news.
Yes. So, you know, Wayne put me on and like made me part of the family, but as far as legally, I'm technically a free agent.
Okay.
No, but you know, like I definitely, I show Wayne so much love. Like I just like, the fact that he like gave me that co-sign and was like, you're part of the Young Money family, I still can't get over it. My dog's name is Wheezy. You know what I mean? I named my dog Wheezy way before I knew I'd be on Young Money. So I'm definitely a Young Money fan. It was an honor to be a part of the family.
So now you're on 2 shows. Fantasy Factory and Ridiculousness. So what's been put on the back burner?
You know, for a while when I first started Fantasy Factory, it was my music.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why it took a lot longer for me to get it launched.
Mm-hmm.
When we first started Fantasy Factory, we were filming 5 days a week from basically like 10 a.m., 7 p.m. right here downtown.
Oh, wow.
By the time I got home, it was like 10 p.m. with traffic.
Wow.
You know what I mean? It was a full-time job.
Yeah.
So when we were filming that show, it really put my music on the back burner. And then once Fantasy Factory was coming to an end, I was able to focus much more on my music. That's when I became part of Young Money, and I was starting touring. And so I, as much as it's been a blessing, it's also been a curse a little bit. Fantasy Factory, that show, it was so time consuming. So I had to really put my music aside for a while to focus on my TV career. But now that we're only doing Ridiculousness, that's a much shorter, easy show to film, and now it's like, it's 100% music. There's nothing putting my music on the back burner now. It's like, that's in the front spotlight. That's what I'm focused on.
Yeah, because we were jamming while you were shooting. I'm like, yeah, okay. And I still like the video idea with Rick Ross all white.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, I'm telling you, I'm gonna make it happen. I haven't texted it to him yet, but I'll probably do it even tonight. Like, I'm like, now that I'm tipsy, I'll be like, hey, what's up? You know what I mean? I'm about to text him that song tonight and be like, yo, envision this. Us on a yacht, wearing all white, this song, throw a couple and MMGs in there, and it's good. It's a Rick Ross song.
Right. Okay. So who are your like go-to hangout celebrities?
To hang out with?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm gonna be
Don't
real.
leave any of your friends out.
No. I mean, all my like friends who you see me like Instagramming and tweeting with. I mean, they're my friends for that's why they're my friends. They're my turn up buddies.
Right.
But I would have to say Paris Hilton.
Really?
She's somebody to turn up with. I mean, she just always is. She's good energy. You know what I mean? Like she has such a good time. It's like, I think a lot of people think Paris Hilton would be somebody way more like stuck up than she is, but she's literally the most down to earth chick ever. She is so humble. Like, she's all about that party life. Like, yo, that's somebody to turn up with. Paris Hilton's definitely one. Another one, Wiz Khalifa. I was at the club with Wiz, and I would say I was more turned than I've been in a while. Yo, I don't even. Him and Snoop, it's a tie. I mean,
why people have just become such bullies on the internet? Like, it's crazy.
Trust me, that's actually, I'm happy you brought that up, because that's why I started this No Shade campaign that I'm doing. It's t-shirts, they say #No Shade. It's about no shade. It's about no bullying. Like, everybody's accepted. Like, don't throw shade on people, throw love.
Right.
You know what I mean? Compliment people.
Exactly.
And point out what they're doing good and what they do good and what their like great qualities are. Don't sit there and point out what people are bad at or what's their flaws or they look ugly or like, you know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
exactly.
people just need to promote more love and positivity. And
Okay, well, since you're laughing so much, what do you
I'm always laughing.
I know, and people, what do you think about people's reaction to your laugh? Because you have such a unique laugh.
I never realized that till I was on TV. And then after being on TV, I was like, did people in high school, like, was I always that girl with the goofy laugh? And then I did realize, oh, I was always that girl with the goofy laugh. Like, I didn't know that, you know?
Right.
People never really told me or, like, never said, like, bitch, your laugh is stupid. You know what I mean? But after being on TV and then getting comments and stuff, that's when I realized it was, like, a thing.
Yeah.
So, you know.
But it's unique to you, so that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind it. It's funny because now when I hear it back on TV, I'm like, oh my gosh, I sound like my mom and dad. My mom and dad both have very unique laughs.
Really?
I feel like I was destined to be known for my laugh. If you hear my mom and dad both, it's like they both have very obnoxious, like, loud laughs. So I was destined to have it. But the only thing that sucks is I feel like because my laugh is so goofy that people think in some way that I'm a nerd or something. Like, I feel like they see this goofy laugh and they're like, oh, she's a nerd, she goofy. But it's like, I'm not goofy because of my laugh. I promise you I'm a cool person.
Yeah.
My laugh makes me sound like kind of a dork. That's it.
Hanging out with you today, I'm like, whoa, totally different. You're like the video girl.
Thank you. No, it's so funny because, like, people always say that, like, TV doesn't really show my personality. You know, I'm on Rob shows.
Right.
It's about Rob. It's
Right.
about Ridiculousness is about the videos. I'm not really on a show that gets to show my life, my personality. So once people meet me in real life, they're like, "What? Like that's you?" And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." Like, I just got like a role, like, you know, just like how you get a receptionist job or a job working at a restaurant, anywhere. You know, Ridiculousness and Fantasy Factory are a job for me. So I very much have to play a certain role. Not like I'm acting like a complete different person, but
but
I've got to be more of like America's sweetheart rather than like the bad bitch on the couch smoking blunts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I was like, what am I gonna do? Be on Ridiculousness, like smoking a blunt, like, hey, what's up? Like, you know what I mean? Like, no.
We have some finish the sentences, so just bear with us.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one, you have to finish the sentence. I get really grouchy when
I don't get enough sleep.
don't get enough sleep. Okay.
Definitely. I mean, there's been times where I have a gig end at 3 a.m. and I gotta catch a flight at 7, and that's usually when Rosa, you met her earlier, she's gonna be like not trying to. I'll notice Rosa puts in her headphones, and I'm like, that's when I start to realize I've been a little bitchy, and I'm like, oh, she put in her headphones, and I'm like, there's no reason to have in headphones right now. I'm like, I feel like she don't want to talk to me right now because I'm literally bitching for no reason. I'm grumpy as fuck.
Yeah, I'm like that when I'm hungry. So I feel.
Oh, a little bit when I'm hungry too.
Yeah, I mean.
Sleepy or hungry will bring the bitch out of me.
That'll bring the bitch out. Okay. So if I could change one thing about myself, I would change
My belly. I'm gonna just admit it.
Oh my god.
I'ma just admit it.
You're like this big.
No, that's the problem though. I'm so tiny, but I like to eat. Unfortunately, for my loving to eat habit, all of that goes to my belly. So it's like, well, a little bit to my booty. I don't mind the booty, but I got this little belly, and you know, I work out very hard. I really do try to watch my diet now, but that belly's really. It's bothering me. I want to have a 6-pack. My boyfriend has like one of those natural like 8-packs, and I'm like, I don't get it. Like, you don't work out. He drinks Coke. That's all he drinks. Coke. Eats. He could wake up and eat fucking ice cream for breakfast and has an 8-pack, and I'm just like, yo, come on, man.
Really?
Like, it makes me depressed.
Exactly.
I want an 8-pack. So I would change my belly.
You change your belly. Okay, so my turn on. For me is, what turns you on?
Somebody funny.
Somebody funny?
Yeah. I mean,
because you love to laugh.
I love to laugh, and you know, if like there's been people who have been very attractive to me, and I'm like, oh wow, there's like, you know, it's a cute guy, like back when I was single or whatever, you know, and I'm like, oh, he's so cute.
Clear that up. Yeah.
Exactly. And I'm like, so bored, you know, and I'm like, okay, he's cute, but I'm not very interested, and it really takes somebody who can make me laugh and like throw jokes out and have a sense of humor to keep me entertained. Like, I just feel like that's everything. You have to be able to entertain someone. You can't just look good. Right.
My favorite topping to play with while having sex is
whipped cream.
Whipped cream.
I think that's everyone's favorite though. Like, it's
I like
so
chocolate
easy.
syrup too, though.
Oh, chocolate. Oh, that's a little bit more messy though. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Whipped cream, you could get like, if a little bit gets on the covers, you can get that off a little easier. Chocolate syrup, you gotta like do some spray and shout or whatever to get that out of the stains.
You were not worried about the stains at the time. Okay?
I'm a clean freak, so I'm like, I want to be sexy, but that might get on the covers. We're gonna do whipped cream.